who wants some turkey? Yeah, Shokaku, the tier 8 carrier. My highest tier carrier, as it happens. We'll just flick the captain over from Kaga, because he is actually cross-trained. And have a quick look at the setup. So, fighters are maxed. Obviously, that's the first thing I upgraded. I've got the 222 set. I could go for 312, the air superiority load, but we'll stick with balanced for the moment. Could also upgrade to the Nakajimas. That, in fact, yes, I will upgrade. I'm going to drop some free XP for that. Because, frankly, that extra 1/3 health on the torpedo bombers is going to make all the difference. And the D4Y2s, if they can manage without. Sorry guys, you're going to have to die horribly for a couple more battles. Tenno Hekabanzai and all that. Alright, so as for hull upgrades, well, that is more anti-air and more health, doesn't really help. Hangar capacity is the big thing with carriers, of course. And same again for the sea hulls, so yeah, we'll just hang back on that. We'll also fit a camo. Don't see anything wrong with... Yeah, don't see anything wrong with blowing some ocean soul on that. Can't use it on the destroyers after all, it's an arrestable offence. Auto resupply enabled, and load up some flags. So, load up Witherer. We'll also load in equal speed Charlie London, because this is a tech tree grind, and not going to bother too much about Commander XP. He's on 17 points. I could use another 150,000 XP just to get Demolition Expert on him, but you know what? Can manage without. So we'll go with Juliet Whiskey Una 1, and also we'll boost up the tail gunners as well. And that, I think, pretty much covers our bases. Unless you want to be completely dirty and slap on India X-Ray. So, signals loaded, camo loaded. Okay, let's go. Tier 8. Graph, I know it's not pretty, but it's effective. I've gone through about 100 of them, so I'm not going to throw XB paint away. And it's another Shokaku, and he's clanned up. Oh, terrific. What's his air rating? 48. 56 to 56. Right, so we're both in 222s. It's a mirror match. There's no point trying to snipe him because, well, tier 8 defensive fire is now a thing. So we'll just start by putting the fighters up first and foremost. One squadron there, one squadron there. As before, we'll wait for them to get into the launch queue before we send up the torpedo bombers and the dive bombers. Now, this is where my micromanagement is probably going to fall apart rather badly, to be perfectly frank, because, yeah, I struggle with 5 squadrons. I don't know how I'm going to handle 6.
Battle starts.
Okay, torpedo bombers are loading much faster. No, I'm going to hold off. I'm going to get the fighters into the air first. I'm also going to get the usual circle... I did almost call that a circle jerk, but that's something completely different. Okay, bombers are on the flight line, fighters are there, fighter squadron 3 queued, fighter squadron 2 launching, bombers stacked up, and also into the launch queue. So, fly my pretties, fly! Go and do your stuff. And yes, I quite like Hiryu as well. She's better balanced than Kaga. But Kaga, if you get the right circumstances, Kaga is just this air-to-ground monster of a ship. Okay. So, early scouting runs with the fighters. Just set the patterns and then loop them both back in. You get to draw nice, pretty symmetrical pictures with the waypoints. Right, so we have a Bismarck, North Carolina, Fiji, and 2 British cruisers there, who are extremely tempting. And, ooh, looky. Is that an Akatsuki that's run itself aground? Okay, well, we'll send the bombers over to go have a look at that. The torpedo bombers can line up on those British cruisers, and we'll start with them, because I think that's going to be our first action. Hello, girls. We're here to hurt you. Send Group 4 in first, and... Oop, opposition break, so... Yoink! Commit 1. Commit 2, however that should force the Leander to either eat torpedo, which he did. Oh, evade away. And in fact he's committed, so just dump torpedoes. No, don't loop round! Okay, fighters are committing. And he turned into the bombers, that's problematic. Right, lock on, start beating to death. Bombers are clear, and in fact I'm going to strafe out that because I do not want to get into a dogfight under the Leander's guns. Right, 6 and 7 are in trouble as well. Delayed a bit too long there, just... Whoa, how did I lose Group 3? Do I care? Boom and boom. Right, 1 hit and a fire for all of that. Group 2 are getting beaten to death. Oh yeah, Group 3 just ended up in front of a load of flak, didn't they? Oops. Right. No, come on, don't... Oh. Did I order... I didn't order them to completely disengage, did I? Oops. Okay, well, I've just lost half my fighters. Wow, I told you I was going to be bad at multitasking. Right, get the position into play. Okay, Group 4, launch. Group 5... stack up behind them. Group 7 retrieving, Group 6 rebuilding, Groups 4 and 5 we next on the flight line. Okay. Luckily he seems inclined to go defensive for the moment, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move up with the Shokaku, because I have got this defensive fire. I can use it to just basically cover the fleet if need be. Mobile flak battery isn't really in Shokaku's job description, but hey, I'm not going after 4 clustered battleships, so that's a no-brainer. The British cruisers proved to be a little bit tougher than I expected, mostly thanks to those fighters, but oh, hang on, Leander is not having a very good day, is she? Oh dear. Pop. And under the far too many guns, that's gonna hurt. Right, Group 3 coming in. We have got dive bombers coming in. Here comes the pain. He knows most of my fighters... Well, he thought most of my fighters were dead, but I've got 1 squadron just getting back in time. Defensive strafe to cover the biscuit. Let's see how you like this. And then disrupt. Come on, disrupt, disrupt, disrupt. No, didn't quite get it before they got the group in. Okay, set Group 3. Rearm target. Line to the strafe, and got him. Although they got the Bismarck, so arguably that was not a good rate of exchange. In fact, it was an absolutely terrible rate of exchange. Right. And with the battleships all clustered up like that, there's very little I can do about them. Right, keep running west, because I do not want to be anywhere near here when those battleships come round that corner. Sinween is overextending, however, so if I stack carefully, there's also the Tirpitz. Again, they're running just far enough ahead that I can consider diving into their flak. Just far enough ahead. That doesn't actually mean I can risk it, and the Tirpitz is in smoke. Okay, fighters for exit cap, 2 and 3 on standby, 4 and 5 kick in. Right, 2 go in, 4 and 5 kick up. There we go. And commit, commit, commit. Torpedoes in the water. That Bismarck is completely looking completely the wrong way. Group 3 engage. Group 2 clear the strafe. Oh no, they've had second thoughts. backing off, clear that. 4 hits, 1 flooding, and yeah, he felt that, didn't he? Alright, Group 3 is committed. I need to get them out from under that Bismarck. No, I said get out from under... Of course. Didn't want to commit to the strafe for some reason. Okay, Group 6 and 7 are racked up. Group 2 are coming in. He's going to go for the strafe. 2 tight-packed bomb groups like that's far too tempting to pass up. Split them up, bring in Group 2 and break away. And now I suddenly don't have my flak trap, do I? Whoops. Fine, commit Group 2. Group 7 in. Group 6 is disrupted. Break away. Group 6 lead away. Group 7 move in. Group 7 commit. Bombs in. Another fire burning. Right, so I'm going to lose Group 2. In fact, I'm going to lose my fighters in the process. Right. Okay, torpedo bombers, go. Okay, well, we've stopped the immediate rot, but their carriers God knows where. And with no fighters left, my only hope is now to somehow find and murder their carrier to take his fighters out of the equation. Duh, yeah, clear sky. I had that in a Ryuju last night. Oh wow, Group 2 actually won. Okay, fine. I'm not questioning it. Run for cover. Run for the nearest flak. And get Group 3 back into the air as well. Okay, Group 2 have had enough. Groups 4 and 5 are in it. I'm going to have to fight a single-handed defensive battle here. Well, not single-handed. We've got the North Carolina and the Armagui running cover, but they're not going to be around for a while. So the Fiji is in his smoke. Okay, decisions. Group 2 up to cover that. The Tirpitz North is gone. Those are the dive bombers coming in. Fighters are not going to accept time. The Shokaku, must be over there. And here come the other side's turkeys. So, coming down, they're going for the Farragut. Oh, he's feeling confident. 2 bomb drops. Okay, fine. Okay, what's the most less suicidal thing to tackle here? There's the Fiji in the smoke. Oh, get you. And then Group 3 to defensive positions. Or there's North Carolina, which is likewise backed up, but is an easier target. Or there's the Hippo, which has probably got defense fire and has smoke launchers. Yeah, I think it's going to have to be the North Car, isn't it? Right, set it up. Or maybe the Fiji. No. There we are. Right. Target. Bombs in. Committed. Torpedoes are running. Let's see you dodge this. Yeah. 5-inch guns don't help you very much against that kind of firepower, do they, mate? Right, dive bombers launch. Group 3 in position. Let's just push forwards a bit. Don't want to get too close to the Mogami because, you know, flak. Okay, mind you, speaking of incapable of base defense, guess what? Oh, God. Right. Group 2. No, I need you guys rearming. It's taking you this long just to get back. Mind you, we are capping. So this is going to be absolutely hilarious. Well, they won this in spite of me more than anything. Fighters are coming in. Last gasp to get some spots, but... Yoink. Strafe run. Group 3 commit. Let them get the lock. Let the dive bombers get past. And then break away. Strafe the dive bombers. And hopefully kill a few more dive bombers if you don't mind. I need that group dead. Or at least disrupted. 6 and 7. Target. Come on, snap over. Right. We're going to have to stagger this quite carefully. Put one group into the Fiji. There we are. No, don't take the coffee break. Okay, fire. Then target the North Car as well. In fact, target the lead on the North Car. Get the torpedo bombers back in the air to rearm. and get the defense run. Okay, Group 2 is rearmed, so I can use that to clear away the worst of the fighters, but the problem is that with 2 ships in our cap zone and enemy aircraft overhead, they are actually going to be able to disrupt the cap, or at least get a partial reset. Dive bombers missed, thank God. Torpedo bombers are running, but his fighters were last seen heading south, so... No, there they are, they're running spots. Trying to provide what artillery cover they can. Fine, that gives me the time to get my torpedo bombers into our own cap and get a defensive salvo in there. It's mostly the Fiji that I need to hit. Target, lock, close run, fire. Group 2 come in. Amazingly, his catapult fighter did not... Oh no, his catapult fighter did spot it. Come on guys, I just need 1 torpedo. Ironically enough, that disruption might help. Okay, there's the defense. That was probably enough. Torpedoes running. Okay, bring in Group 2. Got another hit. Didn't get any defense points for that one, which means that the North Carolina wasn't sitting on any. Get the catapult fighter shot down, although they're actually going to lose because of North Carolina's flak, and the Hippers there as well. Right. Just got to throw the fighters away. It is honours even on the cap at this point. 3-3. Come on, come on. It's basically whoever lands the first good hit. And with most of their forces tied up in flak, target the Hipper. Firm lock on Hipper, readjust. No, oh god, come on, come on, come on. Overcommitted. Damn it, missed. Okay, groups 4 and 5 launch. Sod! They got the reset. Blast it. Okay, right, again, questions. Same as before for the comments, ladies and gentlemen. What could I have done differently? What could I have done better? I will say one thing. I could probably have pushed Shokaku back towards our own defensive cap much sooner than I did. I still need to tighten up my timings on torpedo drops. I don't think there's any question about that. And my fighter handling, that was just atrocious in the early game. I don't think there's any other word to describe that. So, that's the thing. It's... can I be made to learn? Well, I'm open to suggestions.